All right, we are live. What's up, crypto legends? I have him here, the legend himself, the TA expert. Devalt, how are you doing today?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic. Thanks for having me, Andy. Nice to have a little bit of a laugh before the stream. Sorry about
Yeah.
the technical issues.
Yes, we have had a little bit of a giggle there. Anyway, there we go.
Sorry, Andy. I need to just.
Whoops. There we
Yeah,
go.
there we go. There we go.
Legends, how are you guys doing? Make sure to destroy the like button. I mean, this is a big, it's something big for us doing a collaboration. We got some technical issues at the beginning, but overall, it's ready. We sorted. We are here. Smash up the like button. We got a big one today. We got Devalt here on the channel that is going to bring some insane alpha, bit of technical analysis on the charts, and telling us what are the scenarios here between today and tomorrow. So it's going to be exciting. By the way, if you haven't checked out Devolt's channel, I will be linking that in the comment section, in the pinned comment. Okay. So you can go and check him out right away. We're going to need a few seconds for that. Devolt, what do
Yes.
you see on the charts? I'll go through the comment section later on, but what do you see on the charts? The magic on Bitcoin. What do you see coming here in the next coming hours or days? What is your analysis? We're going to go through that first, if you don't mind. And I
Not
am
to worry at
excited.
all. Yeah, Andy, it is, or it has been not easy price action where we are at the moment. And I mean, when in doubt, sometimes you just have to zoom out. So I think maybe before we jump into this price action over here on the 15-minute, let's just, do a recap, see where we are. Let's go on to the 1 hour. 1 hour is my favorite time frame to do analysis on and to see some longer trading setups here to the upside.
Mm-hmm.
So the one thing I have noticed, and I've spoken about this daily level during my update as well, okay? Everyone knows about this daily level. And I said, well, for us to move up from where we are right now, we really need to hold this daily level. But I want to look at this entire structure over here, okay?
Yeah.
And to be honest, I think a lot of people got confused with this structure. And I also saw eliticians and people measuring the waves like no one knew what the hell was going on here.
Mm-hmm.
Because if this is corrective, if this is a corrective structure, the problem with this corrective structure is that if you take a fib extension from the high to the low to the high, you can see that we have hit the 2.618, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Which is a rare C wave target, but I have seen it play out on Bitcoin. Okay. If I go into the 4 hour, I can show everyone. It's not that I'm sucking this out of my thumb. We had a C wave inside of this structure that also hit the 2.618. Can you guys see the structure over here? So
Mm-hmm.
if I take a fib from the high to the low to the high, you can see here we tapped the 2.618, and this was an A, B, C to the downside. So it is rare for a C wave target to hit the 2.618, but it does happen. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so perhaps this was also a C wave target here to the downside, and it's not impulsive, because a lot of Elliott wave counters will tell you that when you start hitting the 2.618, then it becomes more of an impulsive structure to the downside than corrective. So
Mm-hmm.
I want to say perhaps there's still a chance that we are inside a C wave here at the moment, an A, B, C. And then when I go back onto the 1 hour, the structure that I'm looking at here is to say that, well, this does actually count nicely as an ABC, right? Where you had A, B, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So it does count a 5-way structure in C, and it does have an A, B, C to the downside. So
Mm-hmm.
this could, for now, this could be the start of impulses back to the upside, right? But a lot of people are confused here because we hit the 2.618, because it could also be a larger 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the downside. Okay, maybe
Mm-hmm.
not that long. And the invalidation for this scenario is to say that, well, if this is a bigger impulse to the downside, okay, when you take a normal fib from this low,
Mm-hmm.
okay, or from the high to the low, the fourth wave generally has a maximum target of the 50% fib level. Okay. And this is now, I think, where it's decision time for the price of Bitcoin. So it is either 1, 2, 3, 4, and we are going to fall down, or
Mm,
we come back up and we tap the 0.618, which is my clue to say that, well, if we come back up here, then it increases just the probabilities that the low is in for now. For now, okay, it's just a game of probabilities
mm.
where we can go back up and start building impulses to the upside. So yeah, it's not easy, Andy, but I think, I mean, I've still made a lot of money during this structure over here. Although it's confusing to try and predict where it's going to go to, with
Mhm.
good risk management, you can still make a lot of money.
Yeah, absolutely. I
And
was going to ask you a
yes,
question right there because I've been analyzing this as well. As you are saying, if we were to get a leg up right now in the next coming hours between today and tomorrow and cross the 618 Fibonacci retracement level, yeah, exactly at the 65,400, does that mean that there is a high probability that it's going to be impulsive, or is that's kind of the last level for
mm,
the price to be corrected for a fourth wave, right? Because you cannot
yes,
overlap the first wave, which is slightly above. It's just around about the 66. Yeah. Was
yeah,
it? Yeah. Just under $66,000. Yeah. So it'll be in between that pivot low, which is wave one, and the 618. It's going to be like a crucial zone for the price, right? It might be the fourth wave, or it might be an epic short position to come all the way back down below 62,700, right? Which is the low here from yesterday. What would you, what would be an invalidation, do you think, to believe that this is impulsive? To break
I,
through with high volume very aggressively, or?
exactly. I think you've taken the words out of my mouth. So I'm watching the volume over here, Andy, and I think if we're going to start building impulses to the upside, what I do like is that I'm seeing a sign of some green volume kicking in here. So if this is a 1, 2, 3 wave here to the upside, when we
Mhm.
start building the third wave to the upside, I want to see high green volume
Yeah.
starting to kick in to confirm and give me the confidence that yes, we can go and claim the liquidity above these highs. But if
Mhm.
volume is just going to, do this while we are moving up, then this could definitely be a larger A, B, C, and we just tank down from here where we don't grab the liquidity and we SFP from the point of control inside of this range over here,
Yeah.
potentially. Tapping the 0.88, which is a common B wave target where this is an A, B, C. And so I think the only thing we can look at is what is CVD going to tell us on the local time frames? What is volume going to tell me? And obviously
Mhm.
protect position and take profits as soon as you start hitting resistance, because you just never know. But I think from a spot bag perspective, obviously we want price to go higher. From a day trading perspective, I don't care.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, so that's, I think the simplest way that I can answer that question is just I want to see what's going to happen to volume over here, because in
Yeah.
Elliott wave theory, it also states that your third waves has the most volume. It has more volume than wave one and wave five.
Mhm.
So I would like to see higher volume than this
Yeah.
kicking in when we start moving up, or if we
Yeah.
start moving up.
Yeah, I mean, for me, a clear validation that we will be going lower, and that the highs from before yesterday, basically from Monday, right, or Tuesday, at the $67,200 range. Once we have a breakout and hit the 7/8 Fibonacci, which will be overlapping that low from Monday, if I'm not mistaken, or Tuesday, sorry, my bad, at 66,000. Once we get that move to the upside to the 7/8 Fibonacci with high volume, I will no longer see this as an impulsive move to the downside. So I would be speculating in a long position on a pullback. If you're not
Okay.
already in a long position, but yeah, that's what I would be looking at here. Yeah, if that pullback, I would be looking for a long. I wouldn't see this as it breaking down. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
What about this structure that we're forming right now? It does look like a little bit like a diamond pattern. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of a diamond pattern, but we got that move, that kind of massive pump yesterday, which was very good. I know some people in the
Yes.
Legends community did manage to long. You did long it. I did long it. I did take some profit. I got stopped out. I re-entered again just after my stream yesterday, as soon as we got a sign of strength. The whole plan here from yesterday's drop was see that sign of strength to get it back above, and I jumped in quickly and took profits at the 64.5k with that rally that we had yesterday night.
Yeah.
So what are the scenarios here locally? I want to know your opinion. Very important. My community wants to know your opinion.
Okay.
What more local scenarios? What do you reckon?
So yesterday during my live stream, Andy, we spoke about, the most simple trading
Yeah,
strategy
yeah,
that
I
is
know.
known to any trader that starts out is that I think the price action was over here during my live stream. Okay, so let's talk about this trade. And then I saw the wick and I told my community, I want to see a solid 15-minute candle close above
Yeah.
the trend for me to even think about the long position. And then I went to go shower and things like that. We were ready to go out. And then when I
Mm-hmm.
came back, I saw the body of the candle closed and I saw the retracement. And I was like, okay, well, for me, the risk management makes sense. I then
Mm.
entered a long trade over here and I was targeting this pivot
Mm-hmm.
because I didn't know if we're going to come and claim this high. You just don't know. So I want to take my money before the police comes. Okay. And then I zoomed into the 5 minute because the risk to reward didn't make sense for me to put my stop loss here. I was like, stuff it. I'm not going to risk $100 to make $90. It doesn't make
Yeah.
sense for me. So if
Yeah.
I want to participate and I don't want to miss
Mm.
out on the trade, I can still manage my risk. And I put my stop loss below this consolidation area with the theory of I don't want price to come back inside of trend. If it comes back, we must probably going down to lower levels. And then
Mhm.
while I was having my dinner last night, I got a notification, hey, your TP just hit. And I was like, wow, that's what you want to see. That's what you want to see. And I don't care that price went higher. I had a plan. I had good risk management. I knew
Yeah.
why I was entering the trade and I knew where I was going to take profits. And I've shared
Mm.
that profits with the team this morning as well. I think it was on Blowfin that I took the trade. So, or Bluefin.
Very nice. Yeah, I know we've been testing out, I've been testing with you a few exchanges out there because I'm just going to say it out loud here. We know Mexi is going to go full KYC in June,
Yes.
and this is a situation, right? I know a lot of people don't want to do KYC. They just don't want to give their identification, and they just don't want to, right? And it's totally understandable. Just with an email and a password, you want to log in and start doing your own trading and stuff. And bluffing right now, we've been testing it out for the last few weeks. It works absolutely wonderful. There's no scam wicks. They have loads of liquidity. They've actually overtaken Mexi with 24-hour volume. So their volume is going absolutely crazy. I did meet the CEO, by the way, here in Dubai, a very, very good guy. And they have proof of reserves, just going through all the good things about an exchange that you want to hear. And I thought, hey, I know Mexi is going KYC. I'm going to test you out, and if you do have a good deal for my subscribers, then bring it on. And yes, there is an insane deal. There is actually a bonus of up to $80,000, something crazy
Yes.
like that. $80,000 of deposit bonus. You have it down below in the description, guys. If you want to use bluffing, that they're going to be no KYC for a long, long time, right? I think a lot of people are interested in no KYC platforms. Based on their identification. And they told me we're going to be no KYC for a long time. And I said, okay, that is cool. That's what I want to hear because I know a lot of people won't use exchanges that are KYC, which is totally understandable. So yeah, bluffing. You did use bluffing. I've been using bluffing as well, which is blockchain finance. That is the ticker symbol for blockchain finance. It's bluffing. And yeah, I really enjoy I really like the exchange. It works very good. And what have you how do you feel about the exchange, Devolt?
Yes, Andy. I mean, I've also been testing it out. And like you've said, I like to test out an exchange and feel confident about it
Mm,
before, we just present anything to the community
yeah,
and they get wrecked or they get rug pulled or the wicks are scam wicks and you get
yeah,
stopped out at
yeah.
stupid levels. So, I mean, this is the trade I took, which I've just explained over here.
Mm-hmm.
And what I like about Bluffin is also you when you sign up, you stand a chance to win $5,000, which is cool. Also, for a limited time, they give you 50% discount on your fees. And I mean, so far so good.
Yeah.
The stop losses hit, and I purposefully also try and sometimes play high leverage positions to see, because I know some of these new exchanges that pop up, you have a high
Yeah.
leverage position, you have a SL and a TP put in place, and then only a portion of your position gets stopped out or pays out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that has been working absolutely fantastic for me. And that is
Yeah.
why I also, I'm going a little bit aggressive with the leverage over here, because I'm testing out all the dynamics of the system. And
Yeah.
I so far have not found any issues as yet. And I also
Yeah.
like it because I don't have to KYC.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's just something that one of the first things that I like to take a look is the Wix. Compare it to Bybit and to Binance and some other exchanges, and see if there is any local Wix as well. Because I have been checking out some other exchanges that have Wix that are even $1,000 of difference in the
Yes.
price, and I'm like, oh my goodness, there's no way I could talk about something that has $1,000 different of a wick, right? It's just, oh my, yeah, you want to stay away because it's just going to
And that
stop you
might be
out.
liquidity issues, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken, Andy. Yeah, it's liquid.
Oh
They
yeah,
don't
yeah,
have
yeah.
enough liquidity. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, Bluffin has no issues with liquidity. I mean, I was checking them out here. I'm going to share my screen. I remember seeing them ranked much lower on CoinGecko on futures exchange. They are ranked 11 right now. They are above Prime XBT, Qcoin futures, Gate.io, and MEXC, moving billions of dollars of 24-hour volume, which is 24-hour volume is 15 billion. During the last 24, so they are gaining a lot of traction. This is almost close to Bybit's 24-hour
Yes.
volume, which is 19 billion. So yeah, they're doing very good. There's plenty of liquidity. They are moving up in ranking. There's no doubt that they're going to be big players here in the next coming months. So anyway, let's go right away. Continue with some pure technical analysis. I think I'm going to go through the comment section. I'm going to let you. We're getting a bit of a drop right now on Bitcoin.
Yes.
By the looks of things, I'm going to let you continue with the analysis. But first of all, I'm going to go through comment section, okay, before we get mixed up here. Legends, how is everybody doing? We've got Pebble Yacht. How are you doing? There's just not trading going on right now. There is no trading going on right now. Well, there is a little bit of volatility. You can do some scalps. I love these links up. Andy and Devolt are the BTC trading power couple. Crypto Big Brain says, thank you very much for the kind words. Two legends on the chart, says on top. Andy says, happy birthday, Hamid. Happy birthday, Hamid. We've got someone who's it's Hamid's birthday, so happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, man.
Wala Day says, will it touch all Tailiang high in the next 2 months? Will it touch all time high? There's been a typo here. Will it touch all time high in the next 2 months? Bitcoin. Possibly yes. Possibly yes. I do believe so. There is a lot of liquidity at all-time highs, and based on the analysis that this might be a large ABC correction on higher time frame, there could be the scenario that we might reach all-time high in the next 2 months. That is, I think, a very possible and even likely scenario. Right, dip to $52,000 by May, says random stuff. It is also possible. I think I'm going to do a little bit of high time frame analysis.
Okay.
I'm going to do a little bit of high time frame analysis. We got somebody here. Mech Vision is asking for Cardano. Would you be up to do a bit of Cardano analysis, Devolt?
Definitely. I'll get that ready, and then we can go
Perfect.
through Cardano once we're done with Bitcoin.
Absolutely. Let's do that, because then we can do a bit of comment section, do a bit of altcoins in demand. I'm going to do higher time frame scenarios for Bitcoin, even though we are dropping right now very aggressively in a matter of a few minutes. But anyway, I don't think nothing to be worried about. There is some scenarios that I do like here. When I was just getting off a live stream with the Legends community, and I did see this as a complex symmetrical triangle that did look like it wanted to break down, at least to test this low once. And that is purely based on a one wave up, A, B, C right there. And then we can talk about a possible speculation here. This might form a gigantic diamond pattern as well. I know diamond patterns might think they're rubbish, but you can see it is a reversal pattern, right? It is a reversal. You would still be forming a higher low right there. So it could be a very, very strong diamond reversal pattern. I am looking for longs here, no doubt. I am looking for longs here at lower levels. Anyway, let's go through the higher time frame scenario because I got someone here asking, will we hit all-time high in the next 2 months? We got someone saying that we're going to hit $52,000 Bitcoin by May, which is obviously in just a few weeks from now, right? Not even that. By May, we should be at $52,000. The ultimate bearish case scenario would be $52,000, in my opinion. That means that this is corrective. We like it or not, it is extremely corrective. This has been very impulsive to the upside. And looking at elite wave theory on higher time frame, there should be another wave to the upside if we are looking at 5-wave counts, right? I'm just going to go with the last count here and the pure speculation, not counting this wick, of course, because this was only on futures exchanges. This move to the upside, 2, 3, and this being the 4th wave, no doubt we could still easily come down to around about $52,000. That would be kind of pushing it. That would be pushing it, basically, to the 618 Fibonacci, right? It would be like the ultimate level. You will be not overlapping the first wave. That is still very much the ultimate limit right there for a 4th wave, right? 50% 618, and then get the push up. I think it's not going to go that low. I think we're going to claim all-time highs before going below, $52,000. I don't think we're going to go down there. Could we test the lows here one more time? Very possible. We've already corrected to the 382 Fibonacci, and this is what is getting the bounce during the last few days. Look at Fibonacci, legends, how this is absolutely, that it just respects so well, especially when you're looking for a 4th wave. The common targets are 382 and 50%. 382 for the moment is getting a bounce of over $2,000-$3,000, right? When we do take a look here, the last few days ago, basically. Well, this was last week, right? Last week, right there, the 382, massive bounce from the pivot low here, right? As you can see on the chart, big bounce from that 382 of this latest impulsive move of January and February. So if we do correct down, I would still believe that this is corrective. I want to talk about the most bearish case scenario would be that consolidation 618 Fibonacci zone, where there is a high volume node. This is no doubt in my mind going to get a bounce, either a $500 bounce or a $3,000 bounce. I don't know, but the bounce is going to happen from this level. It's just a high confluence level, high volume node with the 618 Fibonacci. And I want to take a look at the extension as well from the pivot high here of this movement down, pivot high, pivot low, pivot high. Yeah, the 618 Fibonacci is the 1.618, sorry, extension is slightly below $51,000, but it is in the zone, right? Yeah. It's you have the high volume node, you have 618 Fibonacci from this latest impulse of January and February, and you got a 1.618 extension. So, oh my goodness, it's the full recipe for a bounce, no doubt. I would be very much interested in a long position there on higher time frames, more like a day trade swing long position. Well, would be very careful with that. That is the most bearish case scenario. Maybe that is not going to happen. More locally, I do think that the lows could be in here. We could see the lows, and what we are speculating with right now, if this were to be the end of an ABC right over here, which is very possible, just a regular flat kind of scenario, C wave not going too far away from the end of the A wave, which is totally acceptable. And now the pure speculation that as this locally, more locally, we have been in a very aggressive downtrend here the second week of April, right? We're creating very aggressive lower highs. This movement the last few days, okay, during the last week, did break the downtrend structure, right? So what we're speculating here right now is that this is the end of the C wave, and we are in 1 and we are in the 2 wave, and it could get a little bit choppy and volatile. maybe in the next coming days. Maybe this has been the low right there. We are holding value area low to perfection. These are the only higher time frame levels of resistance and support that I've been talking about mainly on the channel, which is, hey, point of control, big level of resistance. We need to break through this for this to be bullish. If not, we're rejecting from this point. And value area low holding here very nicely the last 2 days. But, this is insane. It's the most important levels right now. So could this be the low right there? We formed a one wave. This is a two wave. It would be a little bit shallow for a two wave because two waves usually go down to at least 50% Fibonacci, which it did. Actually, my bad. I thought it didn't manage to reach it, but it did. So, 50%, 618. Could we get one more leg down here? I would still be speculating that this is going to hold and get a bounce. This would be a swing long position. This might take 1 to 2 weeks to get all the way up to these highs, to all-time high, where we do see most of the short liquidations. There's billions of dollars at 67.3K. There's more billions at $63,000, $64,000. I don't know. What do you think, Devolt? What do you think? Are we bullish? No doubt May is not a great month for stock market or crypto. We know what happened. Last
Every
May.
May.
Yeah, you know the deal. Sell in May. What happened in May of 2021 was devastating. Just after the first week of May, it was woof. Big collapse. What happened in May of 2022? Let's take a look. At May of 2022. Yeah, it was also, it was a bit, it was very bearish. We got a major drop in May of 2022. My bad. I thought we were consolidating. But it really, this was bear market. This has been bull market. What happened in May of 2023? Oh, it was actually still a downtrend. My goodness. Mays are not good. Look at May here of 2023. Downtrend. Then it popped out in June, which was good. We had a pop in June, in June of 2023. So, yeah, we see the last 3 years has been quite bearish for Bitcoin in May. However, in a bull run, right? Let's take a look at 2020 or 2020 here. May was actually a bit sideways, to be honest. It was not. Yeah, it was a bit of a consolidation. So we had a consolidation here in May of 2020. Yeah, it was sideways basically. It was not a clear trend to the upside. We were coming from an uptrend. How about we haven't got more really. May of 2019. We do have. It was actually bullish. May of 2019 was bullish. We got a major rally in 2019 in May. But out of 5 years, right? Years, there's only been one bullish May. So usually May is not too good. Will we see a bullish May this time? I'm not too sure. Anyway, I'm speculating for the price to form a higher low here. Still.
Yes.
I'm speculating. I am looking for longs. I'm also shorting and longing for scalps, no doubt. I'm using bluffing right now for scalps the last couple of days. Haven't used it much. Still using Mexi. I still use Mexi here for my scalping. But we'll be starting to use bluffing as they do have relatively good fees as well. I am looking for a swing long position at this range. Day trade swing long. I'm still speculating on the price forming a higher low. What do you think, Devolt?
I agree, Andy, until proven otherwise. And I mean,
Exactly.
Yeah, I think there's still a possibility of us coming to claim the highs and then still have a deeper correction. Because as per your Elliott wave analysis over there, which I agree with, is that a fifth wave, still needs to form a fourth wave to the downside. So that Elliott scenario that you drew up there is to say that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it grabs the liquidity.
Yeah, and then comes down and gets a much
and then
larger
you have to make a bigger correction to correct that entire structure. Okay.
Yeah, Yeah, the thing is about this fourth wave, because at the end of the day, this would be looking at something like this, right? This is the third wave still. We're looking for a deep fourth wave for the rest of the year. And then
Yes,
entering into 2025 is when things start kicking off, right? Um,
correct. So your 3 goes above 5.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that then ends
Uh,
that third wave. It actually ends the third wave, and then I'm still seeing the fourth wave. So yes, we can go to $50,000, but perhaps that's what's going to happen in May and June. So maybe
mm,
for now, we can still go and make the fifth wave and then have a deeper correction.
yeah. No doubt, no doubt. The thing is that the Elliott wave theory scenarios here was very, very clear. Down here, it was just, my goodness, this was just to the T, right? Had 5 waves up there and a very, very clear ABC right there, flat.
Yes,
It was extremely clear. This, so I am worried about one thing, and that is the ultimate bearish case scenario, which this is. You know which
here we
one I'm
go.
talking about. That this is a flat, and this is
Yeah,
the end. This is the end
the
of the
end.
bull run. My goodness, just imagine this, because this could be an ABC
Yeah,
right there. This could have been just 3 waves up in a B wave flat. I have seen there are people that speculate on this,
I'm sure
and
Capo loves this scenario.
yes, yeah. There is definitely this scenario, but I think we're in bull market territory. It's just the halving, the mass adoption that is going on with institutions. It's this scenario is the bearish case scenario. I think it's just very unlikely to happen. Uh,
I
with
think
this,
something really, really bad in the world has to happen, like World War III, a COVID-2, like something
yeah,
really bad has to happen for that scenario to play out.
this is what I say to my community as well. I the only reason I would believe, and this could end up in a flat. It doesn't need to go
Yeah,
beneath the lows. It could end up in one of those flats that do not manage to claim below the A wave. It could be a possibility, and it just goes like 3 quarters.
yeah,
Which I think it's just who a lot of people would be wanting to buy Bitcoin at 25K. Come on, let's be honest. A lot of people want to buy the corrective move. They want to buy the blood. So will we some people think Bitcoin's not going to go to 100K, that stop being right delusional. It's not going to go to 100K. It's going to drop. Come on, look at the world situation. But looking at the other side of the page here is institutions they want your Bitcoin. They
yes.
do not want you to buy cheap Bitcoin and make profits in the next coming years. So sometimes I believe they might even pump the price up to 100K and leave you with, make people to FOMO in instead of pushing the price down and giving you an opportunity. Bitcoin right now is really on social media and everywhere.
Mm,
It's nothing new right now. Mass adoption is growing very, very fast. So are they going to give you that opportunity of bringing in a recession and bringing the price down to much lower levels? So you can buy at 30K, 20K, and even 10K, right? Which would be this is a pipe dream right there. If you if you think that we're going down to 10K, who knows? I mean, a lot of people would be buying very aggressively the drop. I'm not too sure if we are going to get that opportunity. What do you think? Well, I'm sticking with the bullish case scenario here.
yeah.
Um, that we are going to see a massive fifth wave, and the fifth wave could get really crazy. It could get very, very crazy in this case. Um,
Definitely, Andy. And I think, that Elliott wave scenario that you have there with the fifth wave to the upside, I mean, that is still considered in Elliott wave theory a conservative fifth wave structure, because you could have multiple 1-2s to the,
oh yeah,
double 1-2, triple 1-2 combo to
oh
the
yeah,
upside, and you go
yeah,
to $400,000 for Bitcoin. So, I mean, that
oh
what you
yeah,
have there is still conservative from a bull market perspective, but I think it's realistic. I like the
yeah.
realism of it. Yeah.
Above 100K. I mean, the fifth wave is it can be the longest, right? As long as the third wave is not the shortest, right?
Yes.
And for the moment, third wave is not the shortest. It is the longest for the moment, with the first wave not having the fifth wave. So will the fifth wave can be a double top, like in the case of the previous cycle. In the previous cycle, how I counted this is from the lows here of December of, this is the Bybit chart. This is why we don't have more history, but this was the low of the bear market. And for me, it was pretty clear. We got the aggressive drop. I'm counting that as the second wave, as we did not get beneath the lows here in from December of 2018. And we got basically a truncated fifth wave, which it just did not manage to move to higher levels. That's how I see it.
And it's
With
still valid. I mean, it did take the high of 3, barely, but it's still a valid Elliott wave scenario over there. But I mean, that third wave was absolutely explosive. So perhaps we get a different scenario where we have an okay third wave, but we have an extended fifth wave to the upside.
Yeah. I mean, there's other counts, of course. You got to count this like this, with this one right there, and this is an ABC, right?
Yeah.
There's just so many different counts. I go crazy with Elliott wave because this is valid. This is also valid, and you have so many different scenarios that you can go really crazy with Elliott wave theory. I really don't. I take it into consideration to know the direction of a trend and the highest probability setups, but not directly for my day trading. Not for the decisions. Anyway, let's take a look at Cardano. We are getting Bitcoin getting a little bit of a drop. I am excited. Are you excited because of this drop?
Yes, definitely.
Let's see. It's going to give us. Yeah, I think I was taking a look at this with the legends. This is a high probability low to be taken. It's going to be taken now in the next coming minutes. And then we're talking, baby. Then we're talking. Let's see what happens here, because I would be very much interested and seeing what the heck is going on here, because I'm going to put a big juicy long position if we are going to start holding that range. So let's see what happens. Anyway, let's take a look at Cardano. My goodness, I've been talking too much. Maybe it was a bunch of rubbish as well. No value at all. Going Elliott wave theory on higher time frames. Let's go through Cardano. Sorry about that, Devolt.
No worries.
Let's go. All right. You got Cardano already? I'll be going through the comment section, see if I do see something exciting.
Perfect. So I have reviewed or analyzed Cardano, I think a couple of live streams ago. And I mean, just keeping the analysis simple, I like to start on the daily time frame and zoom out. And I'll be honest with my community, I do not have any Cardano in my spot bags. And it's not because I don't believe it's a crappy coin. I do think that there's good fundamentals behind it. It could be one of those fundamental coins that can come and claim the all-time highs again. For me, there are just too many altcoins to buy. And then sometimes people ask me, why don't you have this in your bag? And why don't you? Because I can't buy 1,000 coins. It doesn't make sense to buy 1,000 coins. You have to start eliminating and, picking and choosing and prioritizing. The one thing that I personally do not like about Cardano is that I feel that they are moving a bit slow with their technology. They are not getting product out to market. They've been making promises over the years, and they are falling back on their deliverable dates. So although the token has good fundamentals in terms of what it wants to achieve, when I look at projects like Solana and Rune, the top performance and render at the moment, I mean, the teams are building, they're delivering on time. If they have a roadmap on their website, they meet every single deadline on there. So it's the only reason it's not on my list is because I feel like it's just moving a little bit slower than I wanted from a project delivery perspective. Okay. Nonetheless, I mean, it can, what is that? I can't remember his name, but they can come out and say, okay, well, we've released this, we've promised this, and then the price just, shoots up from here. But I mean, just taking stock here, it does look like, nice long consolidation area over here. This is what you like to see from a daily time frame perspective. It looks like it's found the bottom. The selling pressure is getting exhausted. And now it looks like we're finding momentum here to the upside. So what I'm now finding interested in right now is looking at this structure over here. Let's go on to the 12-hour. Okay, so Andy, and maybe before I jump into the analysis, I just want to highlight this again. I highlighted this news article, and maybe you've seen it as well. When you have, okay, let me take a proper Elliott wave structure over here. Okay, when you have, okay, I'm not going to do Elliott waves, but I just want to explain something over here. There's a news article that came out to say that analysts believe that most of the altcoins are in this area and Bitcoin is over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And I mean, you can see it in the price action.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
usually what happens during the previous cycles, and we don't have a lot of cycles to compare the data to, but usually what happens is when Bitcoin usually starts going into its fourth wave, into this little structure over here, this is where you see altcoins starting to build their third waves to the upside. Okay, that massive rampage. So it lags behind.
Yeah.
And then usually when Bitcoin starts its fifth wave here to the upside, this is when you see that face melting price action from altcoins that just is absolutely 100x above Bitcoin, 10x above Bitcoin, 5x, whatever the case might be. So
I am
when I
buying
look,
altcoins.
sorry?
I am buying altcoins. Sorry, my bad there.
Definitely.
I am buying some altcoins now. A lot of the altcoins have had a massive corrective move the last couple of weeks, right? In April, they've just had a really big pullback. I think that this is a great opportunity. In my humble personal opinion, I am buying. I think this is a great opportunity. It could get a little bit more scary for the next few weeks and months, right? We know May can be a volatile move. We might get another 20-30% drop. But I would be happy to buy some, the epic rally is going to happen. It will happen at some point. So will it be
Definitely.
in 12 months or 18 months? It should be round about beginning of 2025, late 2025. I am buying, this corrective move. It's a correction from a bull market. We've broken the structure the last few months from the bear market of 2022, 2023. This move that we've had since October has broken major bear market structure. So this corrective move is from a bull market. That's how I see it anyway, Devol. So yeah, I totally agree with you. Just wanted to say I agree that we are likely in a large second wave.
Yes. And then exactly, Andy. And I think this is the fear I want to buy up. So when everyone else is selling because they're panicking, me and you will be there pressing the
I'm
buy
buying.
button.
Yeah. This is a great buy, no doubt. Great buy.
So, Andy, I mean, I'm seeing this structure. So, I have community members asking me, please analyze this, please analyze this, please analyze this. And I just see the same structure on almost every single decent altcoin that I lay my eyes on. Okay. And I can show you another example in a moment. This really does look like a 1-2. Okay. And 2 can still take a while. We just have to remember it's not just going to do this, right? And the easiest way for me to explain this is to say that, well, when you have an impulse to the upside, you need to have a similar correction to the downside to balance it out. And that's where I go to my time flip from the low to the high that we've made over here. And one could argue that that's a flat, so we can even take it from this pivot over here, is to say that this correction, okay, this second wave,
it can be
it can still
another
go to the 1-to-1.
another 4 or 5 months.
Exactly. So spot on, Andy. I mean, it can go here in July, August, where we then, it chops here.
Yeah, and even
Altcoins are
bounces
dying.
and even create another rally. I think we could get that hopium rally, right? Yeah, exactly, and create a lower high and a large ABC. Right, get that epic bounce, get people excited again, and then get another epic correction in a few weeks.
And then it will look, it will make so many people bearish that if this had to happen, just imagine this, Andy. What does this look like?
Yeah.
And then, oh no, altcoins are dead. Guys, cash out, big head and shoulders. They start measuring this move and they're like, okay, we're going to take all-time highs. And then it comes back down. It starts consolidating. And then maybe when we hit the 1-to-1 ratio over here, it just face melting price action here to the upside. Everyone missing out. They scared out of their positions. So I mean, for any, and I'm singing exact same song. Any dip here is a great buying opportunity for me from a spot
Mhm,
perspective.
mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
and this can still last a while, but I do think there's a chance to make a lower high over here. I do
Mhm.
think that there's a chance to do this, and that's perhaps where Bitcoin is going up now to complete the fifth wave, and then we're going to see that deep fourth correction. That could be that fourth correction. So I'm trying to translate it back into the price of Bitcoin. That if Bitcoin is going to go up and claim the all-time highs, that could be this price action over here. And then when Bitcoin falls down back again, that could be this price action. And then
Yeah.
just load up, load up. You don't want to load up on the pumps. You want to take some
Yeah.
profits. You want to load up here on the dips.
Mm.
So, Andy, this is, I know I haven't done smaller time frame analysis here on the price, but I mean, just keeping it simple for the legend that asked, I'm just keeping an eye on this trend over here. And if we break the trend, I'll see, is it high volume? Do we fake
Yeah.
out? Does it leave a wick behind? I just follow the rules from a trend line perspective, good risk management, keeping it as simple as I possible can. But I mean,
Mm.
I also like the fact when I take a fib from the low to the high. I mean, inside of the golden zone is where we got the bounce. Okay. This is considered by many chartists a golden zone, especially when you have a multi month pump to the
Mm.
upside and you come back for months. Okay. And you start turning around inside of the golden zone. That is usually a great accumulation area for bigger bags, like your spot
Yeah.
bags, not
Mm.
10x leverage trades or anything stupid like that. Yeah, maybe a swing trade, a 1.x, a 1.5x, or a
Of
2x leverage
2x.
trade to the
Yeah. Yeah.
upside. But this is kind of what I'm seeing, Andy, and I can, let's just go on to another example. I'm seeing the same thing. Let me go to my list over here. I'm seeing the same thing on EGLD, right? Okay, I know it looks messy. I need to clean up my
Eagle.
charts a little bit. eGold, I'm very, very, very bullish on eGold. I do have it in my spot bags, but look at the similar price action.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. I like it.
exactly. Is this 1, 2? We're finishing the 2. We can still make a lower high here, come back down, break the trend. Definitely, I'm just, this structure is everywhere on every single altcoin here on my list. I
Yeah.
see this structure. It's just,
When
yeah,
you're hitting the 61878 from a big major uptrend, a breaking bearish structure of 2022 and 2023, this is the zone. This is the zone, in my opinion, to aggressive DCA, right? When we talk about will this be the low? Well, we might get another drop to hit the
yeah,
7.8 or even the 0.88, right? Even for a second wave, you can even be that aggressive and
yeah,
go down to the 0.88, which would bring a drop of over 20-30%, right, from current price levels. So I think it's DCAing time, and we might have several weeks and months for DCAing. But I just see this as a great opportunity. It is the moment for me. We got a massive rally. We got friends talking about crypto a few months ago, right? At Epic, January, February. I got my old friends coming back to me. Hey, this, that, the other. And now nobody's talking about buying crypto, right? Oh, do you think we're going to go higher? What is this?
yeah,
Thinking this is gonna be a little bit painful. It's gonna take a little bit of time. It's gonna take a few months, and once we start breaking those highs, I'm already gonna be happy starting to think to scale out. A lot of the altcoins will not reach the previous all-time highs. That is a fact.
yeah,
From where we can see that from old data, or some altcoins would just maybe the new altcoins, AI altcoins, RWA altcoins, all these new different ones that are very good investments, no doubt, and they can perform very, very well and break their all-time high from when they ever got launched in the last 1 to 2 years, no doubt about it. But the old OG coins,
mm,
a lot of them will not break the previous all-time high. So I will be ready if as soon as we break the highs from basically December and January. Well, yeah, basically no, the last few months. Sorry, they're from March. I would be start thinking about an exit plan. And no doubt we should be forming a third wave and then a correction and a fifth wave. It's not going to just break that high and think about, oh, let's take profits, because that will only be a 1x, right? A 2x, sorry, or a 3x on some altcoins. But
yeah.
I would be already thinking about the exit strategy. with Fibonacci, no doubt, looking at those expansions, extensions, and looking at where the price could reverse. But I'm happy in this bull market to make a 10x out of everything. If I make a 10x out of everything, I'm happy. I'm not looking for 100x or 50x. It's just that is unlikely to happen with the kind of coins that I am invested in, Devolt. So I make a 10x. That is me sorted. That is me sorted for the bull run. So,
Exactly. And I think, Andy, our portfolios are obviously diversified. So maybe I'll have one coin that does 100x, but it's 2% of my portfolio. And I have
yeah,
one coin that does a 2x. So I think the average, I'm also looking at around 10x.
yeah, nice. All right. I'm going to go quickly through the comment section
Yes.
before we wrap it up. We're just almost crossing the hour. We have Jackie Wood. We've got my mother here in the comment section. She always gives support. She's my number one supporter. She was one of my first subscribers. So here she is in the comment section. I was going to say, bro, is BTC going higher? Yes, it is, 100%. On higher time frames, it's going higher without a doubt. Without a doubt, Bitcoin's going to go higher. Right now, yeah, we're looking at the a possibility. Devolt did some analysis at the beginning of the stream. There is a possibility of a higher low formation here. It could be possible. It's a bit of a diamond pattern as well. Yeah, we're looking between 618, maybe 78 for a possible second wave after this breakthrough from yesterday's price action. There's a harmonics possibility as well that could happen if we do hit the 7-8. Yeah, there's no doubt a high chance that we could be forming a higher low at somewhere in this range. Anyway, big love from Australia, says Mac Power Thrust. Yes, thank you very much. We got someone talking about, can you explain? I don't understand successful stories, is asking me. Andy, I don't get the thing with the ABC and the 1, 2, 3, 4 with those lines. Can you explain it quickly? Wow. You cannot explain this quickly.
No,
This is
no.
Elliott wave theory. You can Google it, right? It's very, very complex. You cannot explain this quickly. Not even myself, as I can explain this quickly. There's so much to talk about through Elliott wave theory. You can Google it. There's a lot of information. There's great books out there about Elliott wave theory. This is not something that you're gonna learn in 1 week. Okay, it is going to take several weeks and months to learn Elliott wave theory properly. Okay, but it's basically Elliott wave theory. Just Google that, and you'll find a lot of information out there. BTC is dumping. Yes, you got that damn right. It is dumping. Yes, sir. It is dumping. Where are you going to put your stop loss with Fibonacci? Where do you put your stop loss with a Fibonacci? It really all depends. I don't use Fibonacci much for a stop loss. If we do get a reaction at the 7-8 Fibonacci and we are trading a harmonic pattern, I might put it beneath the 0.88, but you could even hit the 0.88 and get a bounce, right? So I don't
Still
really.
a second wave target. I think that's what's the concerning thing. It's not a
Yeah,
common target, but still a target. So
it
if you're
could be.
putting your
Yeah.
stop loss here, expecting a bounce over here, and then
Oof.
poof, and you're like,
Yeah.
I'm out the trade and it moved in my
No.
direction.
Yeah. I would wait for double bottoms. Double bottoms are good to place your stop losses because you basically get the recovery on the second bottom. And I don't use Fibonacci, to be honest, for stop losses. Legends, we're going to wrap it up. Big love from Australia. We got from Mac Power Thrust, Oriel. Thanks for joining. Rectalina, Oriel, Sherry, guys, thank you very much. Remember, you do have the links down below for all of those exchanges that I use, Devolt uses. We're using bluffing right now. We're absolutely loving it. A lot of liquidity, proof of reserves, and no KYC, at least I know it's going to be for a long time. There's no dates, of course. We do have dates for Mexi KYC, which is going to be in June, supposedly. So yeah, we want no KYC exchanges, and the most legit one that we've found the last few weeks is bluffing, guys. You got the link down below if you want to sign up and get that juicy bonus. Philip, never get your notification, says Philip. Yeah, this is a situation that I've been having the last few days as well. We got people not getting notification. I can see views have been going down as well. Something that I need to sort out, and I'll be checking that out here with YouTube to see what's happening with the notification Thank you so much, Andy and Devolt. Amazing analysis as always, says Pepe Yacht. Thank you very much for those kind words. Devolt, thank you very much for joining the channel. Legends, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, smash the like button, go and check out Devolt's channel. It is linked in the pinned comment, okay, in the comment section. Check out Devolt. He's posting analysis every single day. Devolt, thank you very much for joining, and I will see you in the next one.
Thanks, Andy. Cheers, everyone. Enjoy the weekend.